What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about having your moon conjunct somebody else's moon in synastry. So when two people have their moon conjuncting each other's moon in synastry, they can almost instantly feel like they have the sense of having had known each other for a very long time. And they have a connection where it can feel like things come naturally. It feels like they are effortless to some extent. And this is because they can have very similar family backgrounds, or they can have very similar values as far as what they really value and cherish. This is going to add the sense of feeling a very familiar and deep connection with someone. And this synastry placement is really rooted in having similar family values or family backgrounds between the two partners. Having this aspect of a conjunction between two people's moons can create this really deep understanding between the two partners, and it can be an understanding that goes beyond words. And they can also have this strong sense of supportiveness in their relationship, and this can be a pretty harmonious aspect to share with somebody in a relationship. With this moon conjuncting moon synastry placement, it becomes easier for the partners to understand each other, especially on an emotional level. They do have that deep sense of understanding. And with somebody's moon conjuncting your moon in synastry, this makes communication a bit more easier. And that's because the other person understands or easily grasps the feelings of their partner. They can have a very strong mutual respect for each other when it comes to their emotions in their relationship. It's really one of those placements where in a relationship it feels like a person just gets you. And the synastry placement can also show that they have this shared appreciation and emphasis on family, and the concept of family can be something that's very important and shared between both of the partners with the synastry placement. And there can be a lot of comfort and this sense of a supportive, solid support system between the two partners because of this emphasis on the appreciation of family. And if ever they wanted to, the idea of starting a family can mean that their family would be very supportive, filled with a lot of blood, a lot of comfort, and also a lot of stability. Because with this placement, there's a high valuing of family and the idea of family, and even just their capacity for emotions, or the emotional wavelength seems to be the same between both of these partners, and they can really be supportive towards each other and provide that support in a way that's almost effortless, and they have that sense of being in sync. They are able to connect very deeply, almost to an intuitive level. And between the moon person and the other moon person with this synastry conjunction, they can have an easy time when it comes to being able to understand what the other needs and support the other partner, and also provide encouragement. This placement can be a pretty encouraging one between two people. There tends to be no judgments between the two partners, especially because they have that deep understanding of each other when it comes to, especially on an emotional level. And with this synastry placement between two people, there's a sense of being able to accept, or at least embrace each other fully for who they are. There's an emotional freedom between the two partners when it comes to also expressing themselves and understanding each other. This synastry placement between two people can make for a safe space, especially when it comes to being able to be vulnerable with each other and to be their true selves fully in each other's presence. Since the conjunction is a pretty powerful aspect, with this aspect between two people's moons, there is a pretty strongly felt connection between the two partners, and a pretty strong and deep understanding that they have between both of them. And both of the partners can have an easier time when it comes to communication, because they have that deep understanding between the two of them. And they can also have the sense of a very supportive relationship between the two of them. And it is unwavering support that they feel for each other, or that they provide to each other in this relationship. And their love can generally be one that tends to be pretty lasting in this relationship, owing to this synastry placement of the conjunction between the two people's moons. However, one thing with this synastry placement is that the two partners can sometimes have this tendency to have a emotional mirroring dynamic between each other, and they could take on the emotional states of each other because they easily sense each other's moods and feelings, and they have that emotional resonance with this placement. And still, with this synastry placement between two people, this synastry placement can mean that there can be emotional stability between the two partners, because they are able to pick up on each other's emotional states and their moods and their feelings. They are able to nurture and support each other, especially on an emotional level, even during hard times. It can come easy to the partners to be able to put each other in each other's shoes and to really understand what both of them are going through, mostly because they tend to be going through the same things when it comes to an emotional aspect of this relationship. This conjunction intensifies the emotions that are felt and also intensifies the depth of this relationship. It is one that goes deeper than the surface. And anytime they go through any highs or any lows, they likely go through them together. And their experience of the emotional cycles are very similar. They line up. And because of that, they're able to be supportive to each other in the process. And with this synastry between two partners, they can have the sense of being very committed to each other, or having the sense of loyalty towards each other. And it's very harmonious because they are very supportive of each other's growth, especially on an emotional level. This relationship with this synastry placement between the two partners is going to be one that they care about each other a lot. And with this synastry placement, this can be what makes the relationship one that is very lasting, and they can have a lifelong connection with the synastry placement and that conjunction between the two moons. Well, that does it for this video on having your moon conjunct your partner's moon in synastry. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.